Hi, my name's John. Welcome to a cooking video. I've been kind of down in the dumps lately, so I'm going to cook some food that's bound to cheer me and cheer anybody else up. I'm going to make one of my favourites, spam turnovers. Really simple ingredients, real simple to make. I'll bring the camera in, we'll get them made. These are the basic ingredients. We've got a tin of spam, which has been in the fridge for 12 hours to make sure its consistency is just right for carving. We've got a packet of ready-made puff pastry. I mean, people say it's cheating. I don't cast my own steel to make things, so I don't think it's cheating. I use materials that are at hand. We've got a little bit of egg wash. 3/4 inch paintbrush is ideal for that. We've got some grated cheese. That's basically all you need. First thing to do is open the spam. Be careful because these lids can be very sharp. The easiest way to get it out is to put a small hole in the bottom and then just use your shop airline. You don't need much pressure to get it out. And simply, that's the spam out of the tin. No mess, because quite often when you dig the knife in the sides, it can damage it. There's a little bit of jelly there, we'll just remove that. Right, so I'm going to make 6 turnovers, so we need to cut this into 6 bits. So basically, it's 82 mil, so 6 is into 82. Our help is here. 6 is into 82. I'm going to use the calculator on the milling machine. Right, we need them 13.6, so we'll set this up at 13, make 13 and a half, 13.5. That's the first one. We can actually use probably one of these as a template now. We've got one or two cut. Now we'll carry on. We don't want to get a short one. So when it's been in the fridge, it's nice and firm. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the last one, I'm sure we can eyeball half of that. Right. So we need now to lightly fry this off, not fully fry it, but just to brown it a little bit. It is already cooked. Spam comes cooked, you need to cool out the tin. I'm not that keen on cool spam, but I do like a bit of hot spam. I'll put these on cooking and we'll get the pastry ready. Right, so we've got 6 nice bits of spam there. I'll put it on the gas ring now. This pastry comes on the 200 litre paper bagging, which is oven proof. You kind of be gentle with it because it's been in the fridge, but it's been outside for roughly half an hour, so it should be a little bit sort of soft. Right, now we need to half that and then cut that one into thirds. And we'll cut it into half, which is there. Right, so to get thirds, if we do that, like that, and those lines will give us thirds. So there's one there, and one there. I mean, it's not super critical, but it pays to get it as good as you possibly can. Right, so the spam has been lightly cooked just to start it off. So there's something to go on there like that. I've actually got a thin one there. I'm not quite sure how I managed to do that. Right, next, a little bit of cheese. Well, quite a bit of cheese actually. I do like a bit of cheese. It won't do you any harm. Proper comfort food. Right, so now we need to fold over these 2 edges and put a little bit of this stuff on. Pull the edges over Make a little parcel. Get out, you bastard, you. Come on. Right, nice little parcel. And the egg helps to glue it together. Right, so they're kind of glued up. We'll give them a liberal coating of the egg wash. Let them go nice and brown and crispy. I'll be going overboard with the cheese on some of these, but that's kind of the idea. They will open up, they won't stop closed like this, but I'm sure you get the general idea of what we're trying to achieve. John, you're a messy bastard. Right, now these need to go into the oven. And put them on a baking tray with some parchment paper on, which is already indicator to have. Right, so I've got a baking tray with some tin foil on. A little bit stuck for space here. I'm sure they'll all cook, no problem. Right, if you're going to oven in a preheated oven at about 180 degrees C until they're nice and crispy and brown, which is probably half an hour. And I had the hands washed, put it in the oven, and I'll come back in half an hour. Right, these are definitely cooked. Put them onto this rack for them to cool. These are best eaten not red hot, but not cold, just a nice temperature. I'm going to have a go at that one. Once again, just time to say thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Bon appetit, bonny lad. Oh, this looks really cheesy and hot and nice. Lovely. Absolutely